Hey, YouTube. Hey. We're back again with another death battle. We have Dragonzord versus Mechagodzilla. Power Rangers versus Godzilla death battle. This is from 5 years ago, but I am catching up with as many death battles that I can. I'm only choosing a handful. Thank you all for the suggestions, both chat and the YouTube community. Thank you. And also, congrats on fishing that. Let's watch this death battle.
Fun fact, did you know 66% of men lose their hair by age 35? Well, maybe not so
Excuse me, what?
fun, but Hims is here to help as the one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss. It's real easy to get started. Death Battle viewers can get a trial month of Hims for just $5 right now while supplies last.
It's just all time since I see Hims.
This could cost hundreds.
The YouTubers sponsor this anymore?
Go to forhims.com/deathbattle.
How many companies like this, like Better Health or Honey, get called out for something? It just keeps happening. I don't know. Times are different from 5 years ago.
That's forhims.com/deathbattle. forhims.com/deathbattle.
Also, we have to watch the advertisements because it is morally correct for if you're going to react to someone's content and they have advertisements in there. It is morally correct. It is up to you, but you know, to honor the video. That's what I've seen around, and I also want to respect it. So thank you, Death Battle, for making these videos. I'm not even sure if they're getting paid any for that. They probably just got paid already and they don't earn anything anymore. But I don't know the little details. I'm just doing what I've been told.
Whether they are benevolent deities or harbingers of doom, dragons are freaking awesome.
Hell yeah, especially the robot kind, like
That's
the
Ridley.
Dragonzord, piloted by the Green Power Ranger.
Oh my goodness! When the Green Ranger was released, it was everyone's favorite. I remember back in the day, everybody was fighting like, "No, I am the Red Ranger. No, I'm the Black Ranger." And then suddenly, everybody wanted to be the Green Ranger. Yo, Tommy was the GOAT, the greatest. He was like a villain, and then he was like, that's what I remember. I'm trying to explain what is my connection to Power Rangers. I was a fan on the surface. I did watch a couple of series, and then I jumped off because Pokemon had me on a chokehold. So my childhood and my life was just Pokemon for like a decade. It had me on a chokehold like no other franchise ever. And that's when I jump off Power Ranger related things. Kiryu, I think Mechagodzilla will win. Oh, that's recommended. That's suggestions. Ranger is so OP. Ranger was the greatest, honestly.
And Kiru, the dangerous and mysterious Mechagodzilla.
Oh yeah, I think Godzilla is gonna. Unless I don't know a lot about lore. I don't know a lot of lore of Mechagodzilla or the Mega or the Power Rangers like that. However, I do know that I did watch Godzilla versus Gojira. It's a long video, and I know that Godzilla is really OP. Godzilla has like some planet destroying laser. And then Mechagodzilla, does it have the same potential? Does the Megazord and the Green Ranger has like the same potential? I don't know. But anyway, that's what we're here to find out, baby.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
It looks sick though. I love, regardless of how much I know about these franchise, there's one thing that everybody knows. Everybody loves robots and everybody loves giant dinosaurs nuking it out. I remember there was a complaint on the Kong versus Godzilla movie. There wasn't enough human. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's good. That's good. That's perfectly fine. Just give me the giant monkey and a dinosaur lizard fighting each other.
After being stuck in a garbage can for 10,000 years,
Chick,
the
Dick,
evil
Dine,
Rita
Yes. Hi, I'm
Repulsa
Chick.
was
That's
understandably
me.
pretty pissed. So she decided to destroy the world. Hey, I'd be mad too, but that's a hell of a hot take.
And so Earth's guardian, Zordon, put a plan into motion. 5 heroic teenagers would defend the planet with their dinosaurs.
Oh my god, so cheesy.
They were the Mighty Morphin
I used to
Power
eat this shit up.
Rangers.
You'd think a bunch of kids in spandex would have a tough time fighting an ancient witch, but they got used to taking out her weekly monsters pretty quick, like a normal 9 to 5, just with giant robots.
But Rita had a plan. If her creatures could not
The
defeat the
customs
heroes,
were so
she would create
funky.
her own ranger.
The Green Ranger, along with his robo-reptile, the Dragonzord.
I just noticed the Green Ranger lore is the same lore as Ninjago. Let that sink in. If anybody here watched Ninjago,
At 90 meters tall and nearly 200 tons, the Dragonzord proved a match for the other Rangers, even their Megazord.
Dragonzord's got a heavy-duty arsenal, like finger missiles. It's like flicking the gunk from under your nails at people, but it explodes.
I used to have the toy.
Why do you
I
have
used to have
gunk
this
under your
toy.
fingers?
To flick at people. Duh.
Flick-
That fin
flick-
isn't just
flick
a
the
cool
missiles. I have some of
headpiece.
those.
It shoots energy waves.
got missiles on
And
my
if
body.
Zord feels like stomping around, watch out for literally shocking earthquakes.
Despite such long-range weaponry, the Dragonzord seems best suited to fighting up close with its strong grappling arms and highly flexible drill tail. This drill is so impressive, it cut through a cocoon prison even the supposedly superior Megazord couldn't escape.
Yeah, that thing's 5 Zords in one. Guess teamwork doesn't always make the dream work.
The Dragonzord's pilot has even bested the other Rangers in combat on his own. Luckily, they helped him break free
this
from
episode
Rita's
was so
control,
epic.
and he eagerly joined their fight against the forces of evil. This is Tommy Oliver.
Tommy wasn't just
Rest in
some
peace,
rando
man.
off the street. This guy is an expert
I actually
martial
met
artist
this man
and super dedicated to ranger
in a
work.
convention.
So much so, he kept wearing the tights for years and even mentored other teams. He summons and controls the Dragonzord with the Dragon Dagger by playing it like a flute. Wait, are all knives secretly flutes?
They've never, not been flutes.
Oh my god, really? Wait a minute, why didn't this come up in poultry science class?
Chickens don't like music?
It's just like Illusion
How
of Gaia.
stupid do you think I am?
Your weapon is a flute.
Chickens love music. Ah!
Hey!
This is what they mean by
Oh
a
my
shark
goodness!
note.
Ah!
As the Green Ranger,
Please
Tommy
don't
draws
play
power
with
from
knives
a
or scissors.
universe-spanning energy called the Morphin Grid.
His grid connection powers the Dragonzord too. He's a superhero and a battery.
Though like most other Zords, enough damage can disrupt the Dragonzord's connection to the Morphin Grid and take it down for
I actually
good.
met a lot
But
of the
good
Power
luck
Rangers.
trying. The Dragonzord is super strong. It made short work of Rita's monsters and
Did you
even
know that
beat
the voice of
Megazord,
Ichigo from
which has an
Bleach
average
is
power output
the
of
Black Ranger?
50,000 megavolts.
Not from
That's
the
same
first
kind of
series, but
power
from the
as a
second
nuclear
series.
warhead.
The Megazord was strong enough to punch a 10,000-ton monster about 40 meters off the ground. A punch worth 90
You know Tommy
million
too?
newtons of force.
Nice.
The Big D can even fly past escape velocity and reach the moon. That's over 30 times the speed of sound.
The Dragonzord is also extremely durable, possibly more so than any other individual Zord of its generation. The Megazord once threw it into this mountain, which shattered. By comparing the known size of Dragonzord's foot to said mountain and applying the energy necessary for violent fragmentation against rock, we determined the destructive force to be worth more than 350 tons of TNT.
Yeah, Johnny John
The
Bosch.
Big Dragon held its
Johnny
own
John
against
Bosch
the
was in a lot
upgraded
of-
Thunder Megazord,
in
and
a lot of
even
series of
one-shot
anime.
the White Tiger Zord,
The man
which
has a
was supposed
huge
to be
trash
better
record.
in every way.
While it's unlikely the Dragonzord could actually defeat the Thunder Megazord on its own, it certainly stands a chance with its ultimate form.
That's right, it's got a
I love this
semi-Megazord
design.
mode of its own. While each Power Ranger has their own Zord, there's been a few times when a
I
Ranger
was
has...
I was a little upset when they removed the dinosaurs. I mean, I love the bear and the frog and all that stuff. Yeah, and the elephant. But I was a little upset when they removed the dinosaurs. Like, well, come on. No, don't change the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are so cool. Just make other dinosaurs.
called on other Zords, not to pilot directly, just to combine with theirs.
And so, Tommy can summon the Mastodon, Triceratops, and Saber-Tooth Tiger Zords to form Dragonzord Fighting Mode. Or Battle Mode. Or Dragon Megazord.
Yeah, you
He's
gotta
never
understand.
really settled on a name.
Well, it's mighty powerful and turns its tail into a drill spear that kills basically everything in one shot. Seriously, it never lost a battle against anything Rita threw at it. So, why don't they always use that?
And Rita's magic is devastating enough to obliterate an entire floating island.
Sadly, Tommy
What
would
was the
lose his
deal?
control of the
What-
Dragonzord when he
Can you tell me what was the deal? I'm trying to remember as I'm using all my brain power, which is like 0. to remember why suddenly green turned white, and then I know that it's like a second season and they changed some of the heroes. Some of the old ones stay, but then some of the got it changed. And so, but why did green turn white and then had a tiger instead of a dinosaur? And I was like, I like this. Don't get me wrong. I like the talking lion sword. But the talking lion sword was actually pretty funny because Japanese show. Green was burning out of life force. Okay, that makes sense. Green Ranger might win if he can just fucking summon all the other Megazords. I can answer that, but it's drawing on my talkie bear. Oh, I gotcha.
Lost his powers to his one weakness, a magic candle. Oh no, look out for slowly dripping wax.
But powers or no powers, Tommy kept fighting the good fight, eventually regaining his original morphin abilities with the Master Morpher. Perhaps one day, the Dragonzord will rise again. Dragonzord!
Oh, he just lost the powers. Kaiju.
The year was 1954, less than a decade after Japan was bombarded with the first atomic weapons. The nuclear age had begun.
But one of these atomic weapons woke something up. Godzilla! This ginormous radioactive kaiju decimated.
I think it's really this is really really out of topic from the video. Well, Aquarena, let me read. In lore, the green was made by Rita. She leached away his power and trying to blackmail him under her control, but instead all burned away. And then Zordon sent him to try and get the white power, and it worked. For some reason, that sentence got suppressed by Twitch, and it is because of the words white power. Apparently, it's a political term. Really odd to point out. I just thought that was like, huh? But still. But you are right. You're right on the lore. That explains literally everything. Like, you know, the green power was given by Rita and then got taken away. And then he gained white power.
In Japan, things looked pretty bad until a scientist deployed a bomb strong enough to kill the monster. The Oxygen Destroyer, which does exactly what it says on the tin.
Right. Dr. Serizawa's bomb
Destroyer
could specifically target and destroy oxygen molecules, liquefying most living tissue. This weapon was so dangerous, Serizawa feared its very existence threatened the entire human race.
So he went down martyr style, taking out Godzilla and all knowledge of his weird bomb. All that remained was Godzilla's bones.
Probably for the best. Still, a weapon like that might have come in handy when, a few decades later, another Godzilla showed up.
Surprise, bitches!
Really? That's
Turns
interesting.
out,
Post.
Japan had been the target of many different types of kaiju for years, and had developed an anti-monster defense force to combat them.
Unfortunately, their super powerful maser cannons barely even scratched
You love
this
Godzilla
new
movies?
Godzilla.
I need to binge Godzilla movies someday.
I didn't even care.
Like the Oxygen Destroyer before, Japan needed a new weapon to combat Godzilla. They gathered their foremost experts in the fields of robotics, microwaves, low-temperature physics, and someone whose work can only be described as cyber necromancy. Together, these leading scientists developed a revolutionary weapon like nothing before it.
Mechagodzilla!
My hot pocket.
Sure, technically this isn't the first Mechagodzilla we've seen, but it's certainly the deadliest and the most unique.
Mechagodzilla just
so much so, it was given
pockets.
its own distinct name. Kiru, a combination of kanji meaning machine and dragon.
Big crocodile alligator.
Sounds lame. I'll stick with Mechagodzilla, thank you. Standing 60 meters tall and weighing 40,000 tons with full gear, this badass cyber monster is loaded with all sorts of weapons. Rocket launchers, rail cannons,
giant
wires,
robots,
spinning drill hands, a battering ram jetpack, and even retractable
the dream,
Assassin's
baby,
Creed
the dream.
blades with an extra zap. And just like Zilla himself, Mecha G
My neck is
fires
a
laser
power
beam
weapon.
from his mouth. This twin maser cannon is twice as powerful as the maser guns that successfully killed other non-Godzilla giant monsters.
Kiru is certainly skilled in melee combat and is surprisingly athletic for its size.
Look at it go!
However, with its enormous arsenal, it is far better suited to long-range strikes. Like with its ultimate weapon, the
Godzilla
Absolute
just
Zero
took that
Cannon.
straight to the face,
Damn.
homie.
So it's
Just
like
dodge.
a super ice beam?
As the name suggests, it unequivocally brings its target's temperature to absolute zero, or 0 Kelvin. But this beam isn't just freezing its target, it's literally destroying all of its existing energy at once. A practically impossible feat of physics. This results in crushing the entire target from within at an atomic level.
Oh my god, Zilla!
Speaking of which, Kiryu is actually built around the skeletal remains of the original Godzilla, giving him all the size and strength of the king of the monsters.
So it's kind of like they're pulling off a robotic Weekend at Bernie's with Old Man Godzilla's
Weekend
bones.
at Bernie's.
Amazing.
This was such
Kiryu
a good
also
movie.
utilizes biochemical and molecular-based DNA computers, which are actually based on real-life experimental technology. This infused Godzilla's own DNA to improve operation speeds and give Kiryu subconscious motor control. Sort of a simple AI, which lets it perform some limited actions on its own.
I already know the Green Ranger stands no chance.
With the skeleton of a goose and some extra parts I had lying around, I say he's a masterpiece of modern science.
Well, he's got 2 heads now, so do we call him a goose or a geese?
It's
A
a
geese?
goose. Just one goose.
But 2 heads make 2 goose, therefore a geese.
No, Boomstick
It's a
is
goose.
right. Wiz, you are not that
this
smart.
version's much better.
Kiryu is piloted by Lieutenant Akane
Cyber Goose? Yo,
Yashiro,
where's my
a longtime
Cyber
member of
Goose?
the
Cyber SAIN needs a Cyber Geese. Cyber Goose. I need my Cyber Bird. Where's Akko when you need her?
Anti-Megalosaurus Force, and your standard self-loathing anime protagonist.
She thinks she's worthless because she has no parents and accidentally got some of her friends killed. So now nobody really likes her, which is real bummer. But hey, cheer up, lady! You get to
Cyber
fight
Turkey.
giant lizards with a big-ass killer robot, and that's freaking awesome!
Akane doesn't technically pilot from within Kiryu, but rather
Watch
from
the
a
Green
nearby
Ranger
jet
win
plane,
with all-
the AC-3
Yeah, that
White
can happen.
Heron, which can fly
see
over
that happening.
900 kilometers per hour.
My
Under
vote
Akane's
is on
control,
Mechagodzilla,
Kiryu has battled
though.
Godzilla several times, and always came out on top.
But plot twist, Akane isn't Mechagodzilla's only pilot. It turns out there's someone else behind the controls. A ghost in the machine. It's the spirit of the original Godzilla. Surprise again, bitches! It's Ghost Robot.
The DNA
Whoa,
mind of
that's
Godzilla
hardcore
can
as hell.
wrestle the mech from Akane at any point, causing her to lose complete control.
Giving the
Godzilla
king
lore is so
another
simple,
chance to
man.
trash Japan
I love it. It's so
again.
brain dead.
Always fun to relive the good old days.
Though it is strongly implied Akane and Kiryu came to an understanding
It's
of
not
sorts,
that complicated,
realizing that they were
honestly.
each shadows of a tragic past struggling to find purpose in life.
Like college roommates.
Regardless of who is steering the ship, Kiryu is an extremely tough machine.
He's lifted and thrown Godzilla around like a sack of potatoes, and this version of the Big G weighed 25,000 tons.
Understandable.
Kiryu actually survived being at the epicenter of its own Absolute Zero blast, and multiple direct hits from Godzilla's
Absolute
atomic
Zero.
breath attack.
I keep thinking
Which
about
is
Yu-Gi-Oh.
even strong enough to overpower the Absolute Zero.
Kiryu is even fast enough to dodge the atomic breath, which, based on this instance where an older Mechagodzilla forced the beam into space,
Holy shit!
likely
Flew to
travels
Alaska
faster
to
than Mach
Russia
2
in
speed.
minutes.
Kiryu
while
itself can
carrying
also fly
Anguirus.
from Alaska to the middle of Russia while carrying another kaiju in just a few minutes. Given how quickly Kiryu's fuel burns in flight,
No, that's
in order to
some
make
wacky
it, Kiryu
cartoon
was
logic.
likely flying around Mach 40.
But that's sadly the Mecha Monster's biggest flaw. Its battery life is worse than the goddamn Nintendo Switch.
While the White Herons can use microwave tech to recharge Kiryu on the fly, a full
Can you
charge
believe
only
the Switch
runs
is
for
over
about
5
2
years old?
hours at most. And using more intensive features like jet
feel
flight and
old.
the Absolute Zero cannon drains it much, much faster. In fact, just one use of the Absolute Zero drains 40%.
Oh
Who
my
cares?
goodness.
When he's so badass, he can tear you apart in just a few minutes. With all this power at his metal fingertips, this is one epic machine. No
Oh my
man or
goodness, thank you
beast
for that
stands a
raid,
chance
Zenny.
against the might of Mechagodzilla.
How you doing?
桐生お前にはわかるよねさあそろそろ行こうか
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, I've got a kaiju-sized hunger that only Blue Apron can
Kaiju-sized
satisfy.
hunger, me too.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
Choose your meals each week. Get the
chat. Remember at the beginning when I said something about companies 5 years ago and YouTubers, how some of them are getting canned? I think Blue Apron is also in that same boat. But more importantly, thank you, Sandy, for the raid. The Sandy Dragon Mercer posted a bounty for an awesome streamer that deserves love and support. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you. I appreciate so much the support. Let us know what you were doing in your stream. And more importantly, thank you for making that city of your last stop of your night.
ingredients delivered to your doorstep and whip up a meal using the easy-to-follow directions provided.
Blue Apron offers 3 flexible plans, whether it be meals for 2, for 4,
plans.
or the WW Freestyle plan. You have control over which meals you receive each week, and each delivery comes with easy-to-follow cooking instructions and all the ingredients you need. So say goodbye to those last-minute dashes to the grocery store. With Blue Apron's seasonally inspired and chef-curated recipes, you're not just making meals, you're making memories.
My favorite part is feeling like a master chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease. And as a thanks to you for watching this show, we have a deal you'd be crazy to say no to start making.
I noticed 2 things about this ad. Yes, I'm commentating on the app as well. On the ad. I got my viewers and what is left on the bolts. Viewers are ready. Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much. Yo, we love bolts in this house, but more importantly, we love you too. I appreciate you so much for considering me for your raid. It means a lot to me. Thank you. We're doing reactions to death battles. We're watching Dragonzord versus Mechagodzilla. I've been recommended some Fire Emblem Death Battle too, coincidentally. Bolts is pretty cool, absolutely, hell yeah. I was saying something about the sponsor, Blue Apron. I saw that it was getting canned, and last year because of some controversy going with like the working environment. But this, I just wanted to commentate more on this style of service. Things like DoorDash are kind of dying lately. And also Blue Apron service has always been interesting to me. The whole idea of like being deliver a meal plan. I've always been, I like doing groceries, so this doesn't appeal to me. But I suppose someone that lives a very single lifestyle or a very, very workaholic lifestyle, something like this would be something would be beneficial to them. It wouldn't benefit anyone who just goes out to do regular groceries. It would be very that's what those kind of services are usually for, those kind of people who have a very busy lifestyle, and also they have the budget extra to spend on that commodity. You're playing Fire Emblem Awakening tomorrow. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Please train Anna, I beg you. Anna's my favorite.
Delicious.
It seems so expensive compared to making pasta that will last you a few days. That is so true. Yeah, pasta can last you. You can have some leftovers, and this meal is just like. Remember, the Blue Apron is also made for it to be like quote unquote healthy and measuring the calorie values and all that stuff. So yeah, you started last week. Oh, I see. Well, anyways, yeah, I hope you get Anna. My VTuber was inspired by Anna from Fire Emblem at the beginning. Now it has evolved into something way different.
Brag-worthy meals at home without the hassle. Try Blue Apron.
Check out this week's menu and get $60 off at blueapron.com/battle.
You sacrificed an extra in Fire Emblem Heroes.
blueapron.com/battle.
Now this encounter is an
now it's time for a death battle.
You can just buy this encounter. I don't play Heroes anymore, unfortunately. I do log in occasionally, but I don't play it daily. I'm trying to cut out on some gacha so I can work more on videos and VTuber related things. Yo, the battle started. Let's get high, baby. Oh!
Ah, nice work, Dragonzord. Let's crush this tin can.
This feels like a Gmod animation, but it's still pretty good. Animating can be so difficult, honestly. That's understandable, Sunny. It's a gotcha.
少は警備慎重に行こう
Oh, I don't even with the magic that is the Megazord, I don't think it stands against the science fiction that is Mechagodzilla.
倒れてる今がチャンスアブソリュートゼロ起動
Absolute Zero.
Oh no, you don't.
持ちこたえてキリュウ今行く
Nice. The style changes between the style depends on the budget. The Talios games, I gotta play them.
頼るよ
Ooh. That was a really strong hit, actually. You know what this is making me feel? I want to buy figures. I want to play with toys right now, so bad. I miss my Godzilla figure.
We need more power.
Oh, snap! He actually did summon the other.
Come together.
Oh, okay. I thought it was solo.
Powered up and ready for action. Let's finish this.
Go Power Rangers. Oh, it's so much bigger now. It's huge. Oh, he got that drill action going on too. Now it's no longer 1 against 1. It's like 1 against like 6. The entire squad is here.
Keep going. We've got this. Oh no. Pull back. Pull back.
Oh, here goes the giant laser. Oh, it's so over. Oh, it's so over. Surprise counter. Destroy every molecule. Molecule. It's on the name. Oh my goodness, it's like a giant black hole.
Oh man, talk about a close one.
Finding the victor here wasn't easy. Both have performed amazing feats of strength and durability, and both wielded massive arsenals of unbelievable devastation.
Akane definitely proved herself fighting Godzilla a few
Akane.
times, though Tommy did have way more experience piloting mechs and fighting monsters for years and years. Plus, he's a
Holy.
freaking superhero.
But while skill and experience are incredibly important, it doesn't always triumph over raw power.
That's what she said. I hope.
Compared to Kiru, the Dragonzord was rather lightweight with
Boomstick, you're
far less
hilarious.
impressive feats of strength.
Yeah, well, Dragonzord could match the Megazord, who could lift a 10,000-ton monster. Mechagodzilla tossed around a 25,000-ton Godzilla, more than double the weight. Mecha G certainly had the advantage up close.
Oof.
And also from a distance. Kiru's arsenal was overall better suited to long-range combat thanks to a wider assortment of missile and beam weapons. Simply put, Kiru possessed more options for controlling and ending this fight.
Like how they both had instant kill moves, but only one of those depended on getting right up close. Plus, while fighting mode's max power wasn't too clear, it could compete with the Thunder Megazord and Rita herself.
Remember how Rita blew up an island? Easily one of the most impressive destruction feats in the Rangers' early years. Based on this
Holy.
image, we can measure the exact scale of the island.
To blow that shit up, you'd need a blast of at least 2.6 gigatons of TNT. So Dragonzord's Ultra Drill Stab was likely in the same ballpark in terms of power output.
However, this pales in comparison to the Absolute Zero Cannon. Here, it's
Absolute
destroying the
Zero
real-life
Cannon.
Prince
Sounds so
Hotel New Tower
deadly,
and several
though.
surrounding buildings.
I
Using the
freaking
known
love
scale
it.
of these structures, The energy output to destroy them must equal 128 teratons of TNT.
That's over 49,000
I gotta give myself a sick name
powerful.
on my
And
techniques.
Don't forget, Mechagodzilla once survived being in the middle of this blast. There was no way Dragonzord could put down this tough son of a Zilla.
Dragonzord's arsenal and Tommy's skills certainly made this an intense match, but
What should I
they were
name my
clearly
move?
outclassed by Kiru's awesome power and unwavering durability.
I'm just glad they didn't let the fight drag on.
The winner is Kiru.
Mechagodzilla!
Oh, that's so badass.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode.
Like I
If you want
said,
the
it
battle-
almost makes me want to just get some figures. I miss my figures of Power Rangers, and I used to, despite the fact that I didn't watch too much Godzilla stuff, I did have some Godzilla figures. Yo, what should I name my technique now? What do you think in the comment section? If I jump at this with a sword, like with a glowing sword like this, absolute zero strike. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe.